Hey, all you cats and kittens, Adam Ray here, and I am on tour, oh my goodness, this weekend. Tomorrow through Saturday, Batavia, Illinois, at the Comedy Vault. Come out and see me first time in Batavia, the Vegas of the Midwest. Tickets at adamraycomedy.com. And then, oh my goodness, we are coming up on my first weekend ever in Irvine, California. I played the Irvine Improv a billion times. Finally getting a weekend there. Could not be more pumped. April 15th through the 17th. 5 shows, Irvine Improv, April 15th through the 17th. Tickets at adamraycomedy.com. Right after that, we're going to Austin, Texas at the Vulcan Gas Company, April 22nd and the 23rd. And the weekend after that, Comedy on State, Madison, Wisconsin, April 28th through the 30th. All those tickets are at adamraycomedy.com. Merch is at adamraycomedy.com. Of course, you subscribe to the podcast because you love it. Give it a 5-star rating and a review on the iTunes page. Tell your friends, tell your family. ALN Podcast on Instagram and Twitter. Adam Ray Comedy on Instagram and Twitter. Young Rock, new episodes every Tuesday at 8, 7 Central. Pam and Tommy is still out on Hulu. And Gaslit drops April 24th on Stars, in which I play Nixon's press secretary, Ron Ziegler. So check that out. Today's episode is a special episode with John Kite and Piot Michael coming in, 2 of my best buds, 2 of the most talented freaks on human earth. It's the Oscar preview show. Tons of impressions. We improvised for almost 90 minutes, an Oscar preview show for the 2022 Academy Awards. It's so fun. It's so funny. We laughed a lot. You're going to enjoy it. These guys are some of the best impressionists on the planet. So sit back, relax, and enjoy a brand new episode of the About Last Night podcast with Piot Michael, John Kite, and myself for the 2022 Oscar Preview Show. Well, I used to work at an AMC, and then I got fired for the whole popcorn wiener trick.
Been there.
Oh, you have?
Absolutely.
Raise your hand if you've put your wiener through a bucket of popcorn in a movie theater.
What if you found a penis in a bucket of popcorn? Does that count?
You know what that's called? The Lorraine Bobbitt. It's the Cracker Jack prize at the bottom.
Wait, are you saying that Lorraine Bobbitt cut off John Bobbitt's dick, brought it to the theater, bought a ticket for her and the dick, put the dick in the popcorn, and let a stranger?
That's like 1 in a million. I'm a winner.
No, you're a loser.
It's called the golden ticket.
Hey, it's Herbert. And you're listening to the About Last Night podcast, you slippery little son of a bitch.
About last night.
Welcome to the 94th Academy Awards review show and predictions and just talking about movies and stuff show with me, Tony Danza. I never won an Oscar, but I almost went to the award show twice. Today's show features some of the biggest stars on the planet. Matthew McConaughey, Anthony Hopkins, Steve Buscemi, Jeff Goldblum, Robert De Niro, Morgan Freeman, Steve Martin, George Lucas, Ray Romano, Colin Firth, Charlie Sheen, Louis Black, President Joe Biden, Christopher Waltz, Ian McKellen, Dr. Phil, Robert Downey Jr., Rachel Ray, Jay Leno, Donald Trump, Tom Hanks, Ryan Reynolds, Chris Hemsworth, Adam Driver, Vince Vaughn, Seth Rogen, Christian Bale, Jeff Bridges, Anthony Bourdain, Jason Statham, Barack Obama, Alex Jones, Mark Wahlberg, John Lithgow, and Nicolas Cage will all join us today on the 94th annual, well, it's the 3rd annual, but the 94th Oscars review and prediction show and talking about movies and stuff with me, Tony Danza, and all those people I just named. Fuck. All right, you can turn the music down. That's our producer Mo over here on the ones and twos. Hey guys, it's me, Tony Danza. Welcome back to yet another year of movies that you may or may not have seen. I'm joined by a star-studded cast to break down all these nominated films and actors and directors and screenplays and animation. There's a lot of animation, but no anime porn. Isn't that right, Jeff Bridges?
Hey, man, you know, I appreciate
the cartoon elements of pornography, because you can really get into it, man, in a different way. You get a little more squishy with the tentacles and all that stuff. And so it's something your wife can't do for you.
Sure.
Or a human being can in any, facet of reality, man.
Well, you bring up a great point, Jeff, because I think tentacle porn is a category on Pornhub that I have yet to really add into my rotation. But I know Morgan Freeman. I know you starred in an animated film from the writer and director of Penguins, the movie that you narrated, where you played an octopus looking to find love in the world of whores.
That's right. It was a little detour from what I normally do, but I said, hey, man, you got to experiment, and especially when you got a rocking voice like this. You got to try things that people just, they're not used to.
Sure. Yeah,
and for the kids.
Well, yeah, and a lot of people don't know that they saw a cartoon and they thought this is kid friendly, and then they saw this octopus looking to fuck anything really, and I think that threw parents off a little, but
it's all about the surprise.
Speaking of surprises, we got George Lucas here, who I don't know if you guys know this, but George Lucas is the guy behind Chewbacca. Not the guy who voiced him, but the guy who came up with Chewbacca. And George, I know it's a crazy story because you told me before we got on air to not look you directly in the eyes. And then after that you said Chewbacca actually came from an old neighbor of mine.
That's right. Chewbacca was originally a guy who used to live next door to me. And, he didn't shave a lot. He didn't bathe a lot. He ate all of my, compost. And I said, this would be a great guy to travel the universe with. And so I put him in my movie.
Did he make that noise? That sounds like a noise that I make when I stub my toe or I have a wet dream.
It's actually my girlfriend snoring. That was one of her things.
Oh, I'm sorry, was that a joke?
No, I laugh uncontrollably. That's
kind
of like Tourette's.
Sure, that's going to take a minute to get used to. But I'll tell you who I will never not get used to is Jeff Goldblum. This guy has not only been in every movie you've ever seen, but he's in the new Jurassic Park that comes out. And I want to know, Jeff, you worked with Sam Neill. He's coming back for the reboot, for the reshoot. And, everyone always says it's not Jurassic Park without Goldblum. You can make the argument it's not Jurassic Park without the dinosaurs, but hey, yeah.
Well, first, let me say I appreciate this, and I love the carpeting in this room.
Thank
There's
you.
many different designs here.
The carpet does match the drapes, by the way.
Oh, there are drapes behind you. This is good. Sound doesn't permeate the walls too bad. Yes, but we can be here, and we can be loud. We can be very soft, very quiet. At the same time, surrounded by textures, which I love. I love textures. Do you love textures?
Yeah, they're okay.
But petting the dinosaurs was really the only reason I did any of those movies.
Right. And did you have to do any sort of time travel or character research, or did you go to a museum and did you take mushrooms and read a dinosaur book or something?
I've never, surprisingly, never taken any form of psilocybin, Metamucil crackers, no drug.
What about Dayquil?
Dayquil, no, not going to experiment with that. I prefer nighttime, sleepy,
sniffling, coughing, sneezing.
Yes, no.
Stuff you had fever so you can rest medicine.
If I get sick, leave it stuffed. Part of the adventure of life. Getting sick, you gotta, how is it, how are you going to navigate through life with a stuffy nose? All part of the human experience, yes? The goo dripping all over your face, the snot, the constant coughing, the hacking, the looks of terror as people run. No, get away from me, you've got COVID. I love it.
Yeah, I experienced that quite a bit this past year because, as people know, I was very actively against the mask, but then I came out and said, I'm flipping the script. Once I got COVID and Omicron, before it even came out, I said, this shit means business.
Absolutely. You got to be careful. You don't want to make the human species extinct, which we talk about in the movie. And so glad that you keep promoting it. Such a great guy.
Sure.
What a mensch, Tony.
Well, I auditioned. I auditioned for the voice of the...
You auditioned for the voice of the dinosaur.
Yeah,
Yes,
the Velociraptor.
The new Velociraptor.
Yeah.
The Danzelia. The
Yeah.
Danzelia Velociraptorus. Oh, the Danzelia. His name had the same name as you, so why not?
Why not give it to
Tony
me?
We should.
But
Can
they-
we hear how you
Sure.
originally attempted this dinosaur. Okay, you're on top of the cliff. You're looking down at Dr. Grant and Dr. Ian Malcolm. Here comes the Danzelia Velociraptorus. It's coming toward us.
Holy shit, that's Sam Neill. And that's why I didn't get the part. Ultimately, I improvised.
You know, the thing is, we didn't tell you we could actually cut that out, but we didn't.
They left it in, and they showed
left
it
in,
to...
and Ryan Reynolds did the voice, so, you know.
Oh, well, that guy's cool. You know who I also auditioned for, which we text every Sunday morning right before I get on the elliptical, and he takes his shit, and he texts me, and then we just voice note back and forth. I'd actually like to play a voice note from my buddy Bob De Niro telling me that he actually got the part of the Danzania and rubbing it in my face. Here we go.
Hey, you fuck. Guess what? I'm the voice of the Velociraptorsaurus. You motherfucker, you think you got skills? You got nothing. You got nothing. I'm a fucking method actor. I fucking ate a little girl before I did the scene. I fucking ate a little girl. A little tiny innocent little girl on her way to school. I say, hey, guess what? I'm a fucking dinosaur. I bit her on the neck and she was bleeding and dying. I came into the audition and I didn't even have to roar. They said, look at all that fucking blood. Look at all that fucking blood. Fuck you, Danza.
Boy, I love that guy.
I love him, too. What a crazy, committed actor. I love that. Commitment is key.
Commitment is key, and that's why this podcast is brought to you by Fitbod. When you're looking to make a change in your life, go to Fitbod. It's Fitbod. So look, personal training is tough. So, you know, you need somebody that can go off your body and personalize your workouts, and that's why Fitbod is the thing that I love because, Fitbod is so.
Seems
look,
like somehow you've been hacked by Russia. You no concrete dialogue coming from your head.
it's tough to get your own personal trainer, and it's expensive. So go to fitbod.me/about to get 25% off your subscription. And they got this whole app and an algorithm that basically makes your body feel better. And well, you know, enough about me and my fucking flabby dick. This is a special day. The 94th Academy Awards are coming at us. Who thought we'd get to 94? I'll tell you what, Vince Vaughn knew it. This guy had the almanac back in 1986 and used to tell me at Swingers Cafe on Beverly Boulevard, he'd go, you got to listen to me. I'm telling you, the Mets are going to win the World Series. Jenna Jameson's going to win Best Anal, and the Oscars are going to get to 94.
Hey, baby boy, thank you so much for having me in the studio.
Good to see you.
Let me tell you something right now. A lot of people don't know this about me, but the energy that Biff, that was my part. That was written about me. That was actually a documentary about my life. It wasn't about Trump. A lot of people think it was about Donald Trump. It wasn't about that guy. It was about this guy right here, and I have that almanac. I can't tell you where I got it, but I got it from a special place. You know what I'm talking about. I'm winking at you. They can't see it at home, but they're kind of winking with the energy.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
You're goddamn right you are. But I'm saying that's the kind of thing I knew we were going to get here. I knew that we were going to get here.
Just slide your chair over just a little.
Slide the chair over. Sorry, Daddy's got a big girth. Daddy's got a big girth. I can't fly Southwest with the kind of girth that I got going on right here. You know what I'm talking about. There's no business class there, but I'm business class all down here.
Oh, I love that.
Definitely a pullout. You know what I'm talking about? A couch. I'm talking about a love seat that I got right here, and I can't fly Southwest. I can't fly Spirit. Daddy got to have his own. I'm like Shaquille O'Neal trying to get into a Kia.
Vince Vaughn, you're probably my best friend who feels like he's on coke but has never done it.
I've never done coke. Why do you have any?
No, but I'll tell you who does have some. Seth Rogen, but only because I asked him to bring it.
To be honest with you, it's Diet Coke.
Fair enough.
I've never had the stuff on my nose. I am more of an edibles kind of guy, and what?
Now, Christopher Walken is also with us here today. As we mentioned, this is a star-studded lineup of friends and enemies, but enemies who became friends because we attended the same, bachelor party or bukkake parade or Panera grand opening. But Christopher Walken's one of those guys that every year I go, I bet he's seen every movie. And from Coda to Belfast to Drive My Car to Don't Look Up to Dune to King Richard. You told me Licorice Pizza, Chris, was your favorite film this year.
First of all, I said it was my favorite pizza, which it is. A lot of people like pineapple, like Michelangelo from the Ninja Turtles. But what most people don't know is licorice. And a pizza is unbelievable. I didn't know it was a film. I thought we were talking about pizza.
Well, that's what Buscemi told me, too. Steve, you said that licorice was... there was a food and not a movie, and that's why it shouldn't be made, which I thought was a hard take.
Listen, I got confused too. It's confusing when they put food in the titles of pictures because you get really hungry all of a sudden. You want to order takeout, so you're in the movie and you go and you're really excited to get a licorice and a pizza, and all you can get is the licorice at the fucking movie counter.
Wait a minute. I think Steve is onto something. We gotta sell. You can't have the name of the movie be food.
False advertising,
and not
dude.
carry the food.
Well, I fully agree. Well, I used to work at an AMC, and then I got fired for the whole popcorn wiener trick.
Been there.
Oh, you have?
Absolutely.
Raise your hand if you've put your wiener through a bucket of popcorn in a movie theater.
What if you found a penis in a bucket of popcorn? Does that count?
You know what that's called? The Lorraine Bobbitt. It's the Cracker Jack prize at the bottom.
Wait, are you saying that Lorraine Bobbitt cut off John Bobbitt's dick, brought it to the theater, bought a ticket for her and the dick, put the dick in the popcorn, and let a stranger?
That's like 1 in a million. I'm a winner.
No, you're a loser.
It's called the golden ticket when you find it. And guess what?
It was definitely covered in butter, so it was golden.
Well, it's salty. Extra. Here's the thing. If you see me at the theater, just know I'm going to try to paw your corn because I'm looking for that dick.
Corn on the cob is what they also call it.
One film that was not nominated this year was I'm Looking for the Dick. Well, and that's because they changed the title to Don't Look Up, which I originally thought was a POV porno movie.
I thought it was about the life and times of Andy Dick.
Which that documentary needs to be made. And you know who I would love to see play that? Anthony Hopkins, because this guy can do anything. Anthony, would you take on the role of Andy Dick?
To play the role of Anthony Dick would take quite a lot of work.
Sure, but you could do it.
I could do it. I just need to, be friends with John Lithgow and then, make fun of the fact that Phil Hartman died.
Sure.
I think that would be great.
Now, Anthony, you have played pretty much everybody from to Animal Lecter and then even other guys, too.
Yes, you may know me in Thor. I played Odin, Thor's daddy. Chris Hemsworth is here as well, and I love you. You're so good as Thor.
I appreciate that you're here, Anthony Hopkins.
I really feel like you're my son.
A lot of people don't know that I had a petition when I was just a young muscle builder to have Anthony Hopkins be my real father.
It was a great, great honor to play the father of such a strapping young lad with his blonde hair.
You know who I wanted to be my father when I was a kid? Jafar from Aladdin. Anyway, you were saying?
I was saying I've also wanted Jafar.
A cartoon daddy?
A cartoon daddy. But I think that Anthony Hopkins and I are here to announce a project.
Oh, shit. Breaking news.
It's been in the works for many, many years. Why didn't you take the privilege? Tell them, Chrissy, tell them.
We're remaking Twins.
Shut the fuck up.
Where I'm playing Danny DeVito.
Yes.
And I'll be playing the role of Anthony Hopkins playing Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh, man. When does that come out?
Well, right now we're talking to YouTube.
Oh,
We're trying to get funding at the very moment.
We have a GoFundMe up on my page.
We have storyboards finished. There's great CGI.
Just go online. You can see them all.
It's incredible. We have a Kickstarter.
You posted all the storyboards on YouTube?
Well, they're on my Instagram.
It's all about crowdfunding these days.
YouTube keeps taking them down for inappropriate content, but they won't tell us
Which
why.
is bullshit, by the way. Bullshit, I tell you. There's copyright infringement, and there's also just fucking relax.
We can just use the word twins. Nobody owns the
Nobody
word
owns
twins.
the word.
Well, spearmint gum might, or doublemint gum. What was that gum commercial that was like, and twins?
Doublemint.
Was it? Wasn't that a gum commercial?
They
Hence the
just
double.
happened- they
No,
just
maybe it was a
happened to
beer
use-
commercial.
They just happened to use twins.
There was a commercial that had a bunch of hot twins. I think it was gum. I think it was Wrigley's gum. It was like twins on a bike, twins on a hike. Don't say it. Don't you say it, Hemsworth.
I can't.
That's a good lad. You know,
I
we
can't?
don't want.
I can't.
You know, we have to talk about that word, the C word.
Yeah, it's
You know,
one of my favorite.
You know, across the pond, everybody says the C word like it's just, ham and eggs. Here, people take it much more seriously.
Oh, yeah. I've always been so confused at the way that people casually in Australia will just. I was there shooting
A dingo.
you're right. I'll confess. I went there to shoot a dingo, not to shoot any project. I went there to shoot a project. They said, Tony, you were never cast. I said, well, give me a gun. I'm going to shoot that dingo. So anyway, I was down there, and once I shot it, I go, I'm going to take an Uber to a restaurant. And I get out of the Uber, and he goes, have a good meal, you cunt. And I go, 3 stars are coming your way. And then my friend tells me that's what everyone says.
It's very casual over there. I love Australia. Everyone's so happy to be using these words. It's all about the elocution and the way you articulate things.
I apologize, Father.
It's all right. Will you interrupt me again, and I will throw a thunderbolt up your arsehole so far deep you won't be able to find out what week it is. What week is it, by the way? I could use that information.
Who looks at time by what week it is?
I do.
Calendar salesman.
I played a calendar salesman in a film that was unreleased. It was called The Calendar Man.
Oh, not to be confused with the weatherman or the postman.
No. Nicolas Cage played the weatherman. Do you remember that?
Yes, I do.
Nicholas, you were fantastic in that.
You were so good.
Thank you so much.
First of all, how much weather study did you have to do?
Well, I studied a lot.
Yeah. You all right?
Well,
He stood in the rain and the snow and the sleet.
I was, sorry, I'm just so excited to be here with Anthony Hopkins.
Oh, he's a fucking legend.
He is a goddamn legend! So, Tony, you are one of my idols, and I'm so thrilled to be here with you.
Likewise. I would love to remake Face Off with you.
And Anthony Hopkins.
Fuck yeah. And you know who could direct it? Who's a guy I've been wanting to be directed by my entire career. Never had the chance. Big fan of his voice work. And honestly, bigger fan of his toys. The guy's he's a toy.
Milton Bradley?
Well, no, but I think he knows Milton Bradley. Tom Hanks. This guy has directed some of my favorite movies, from That Thing You Do to and so much other stuff that I think doesn't get enough credit. But Tom, you can tell me, if you were to direct one movie right now starring any actor, actually, you know what? One movie right now starring if you could play Kamala Harris with Joe Biden, playing Joe Biden, what if you could? Today's episode is brought to you by Fitbod. When you're looking to get your life back on track, fitbod.me/about for 25% off your subscription. Or you can start working out with the help of an algorithm instead of a personal trainer, which costs too much.
Hold on, Jeff Goldblum here. Let me point out, did you just say Al Gore rhythm? I didn't know Al Gore had rhythm because this is news to me. I've been to many charity balls with Al Gore.
Ooh.
No rhythm on that guy.
I heard that when he comes, he says, "Sorry, that was the inconvenient truth."
Oh, there's a lot of climate change when he exits the bathroom, let me tell you. He's a big contributor. A lot of hypocrisy, if I
Well, you've been to a lot of his events, and you sang jazz. And Hanks, you actually went to the White House for that Joe Biden biopic that you're going to direct. And not that I know you're going to direct. I just am telling you, you're going to fucking direct it because I'm going to get a Kickstarter going for you to direct it. And when Tony puts his head to the fucking ground and starts a Kickstarter, it fucking happens. goddammit. What do you think you would tell Joe if you had to direct him in a movie, Tom?
I'd say, Joe, stick to the script.
Joe, would you stick to the script?
Folks, here's the deal.
Okay, Tom, when you were a boy, would you fantasize about movie making, or would you have people tell you someday you're gonna do it, kid?
Well, first off, when I was a kid, The films that they were making were very different than the films that we make today.
Oh, yeah, it was like black and white hopscotch.
Well, it was, but I was in that. That was a student film that I was in.
That was you.
It was about the race wars.
Ahead of its time.
Black and white hopscotch. And what was ahead of its time was I played both a white guy and a black guy.
You know, you couldn't do that in these days, and that bugs me. How come Tom Hanks can't do blackface?
A question I ask myself every day.
Well, why don't we ask the president? Maybe you can pass a law allowing Hollywood royalty to do what they want.
Folks, if I learned anything from Obama, it's that black guys can kick your ass real bad. You don't want to piss them off. You got to be real nice and sincere. And right now we're at a point of time and place that people walking around, we got to join together and make everything right. You got to hold hands. Got to look. You know Kamala Harris is a woman?
Yeah.
Fantastic. I believe she can be the next United Secretary of Butterscotch.
Well, that's not what we're talking about.
I believe that.
Well, you can believe it, but it's not a real thing to believe. I believe that Bigfoot has tits, but that's not real.
Too. I believe that too.
Oh, okay.
Area 57.
Who's that?
Area 57. It's not like Area 51. It's an area dedicated strictly to Bigfoot. And we have found incredible things there.
And the area dedicated to Bigfoot's tits is Area 69.
And I got to point this out because Nicolas Cage is not only a fantastic actor, but a great believer in the non-believable.
Who?
Like Bigfoot.
Right.
Nicolas Cage.
Was there a question there?
No, he's the head of our organization.
I've lived with Yetis.
No way.
For most of quarantine, I was living in the Himalayas.
Wow. Okay, so that's what you mean, Joe. That now is
He's very adept at Himalayan salt.
Are they coming? Who's coming down to take over the world first? Yetis or aliens?
Oh, it's going to be a war. I read it in Vince Vaughn's almanac. And that's what real World War III is.
Well, I think that's what the plot of Dune was, which is up for Best Picture.
I love Dune.
I was up for the role of the sandworm. Did you know that?
What's that, Anthony?
I was going to play the sandworm.
In
Dune.
Oh,
just a tight angle on my asshole.
Why do I not remember the ringworm in Dune?
No, the sandworm.
Oh, the sandworm, like in Tremors.
Yes.
Did you ever see Tremors, Anthony?
I've had Tremors.
I know Jason Statham. You used to write in your you wrote in your book, "This is how we do it." Statham style. ... Also Gangnam style. #Statham. That it's not about.
My editor wanted me to change the length of that title.
Oh, I think it's perfect.
But I said no.
Have you seen any of the films this year, Jason? I know you're a big movie guy. I know you have like 5 screening rooms and 6 laptops and 2 women who
help me watch.
Who help you wash?
Yeah.
Oh, watch or wash?
Yeah.
So which one of them? Again, there's a lot of. Well, let's go down best directors: Kenneth Branagh, Paul Thomas Anderson, Ryusuke Hamaguchi, Jane Campion, and Steven Spielberg is back from after he passed on Cool Runnings 2. He said, "I'll do West Side Story."
A lot of people don't know this about me. Okay, here's a fact for your brain meat. The movie West Side Story, was about racism.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, you should check me out on my YouTube channel where I review films. Did you know Jaws? Hold on. This is for your listeners. He gets it. Did you know Jaws, was about a shark?
Yeah, most people did, Jason.
So you did watch my video.
I didn't have to watch your fucking dumb YouTube review show to know that Jaws was about a shark.
All right, hold on. Let me talk about the movie Dune. Dune, give us a second, is about Anthony Hopkins' asshole.
All right, well, that I didn't know.
It's true. It's all true. They stole it, and I'm going to sue them. Chris Hemsworth and I have been sued so many times on YouTube that we're turning it around. I'm going to get my money because you zoomed in too close on my asshole.
Now, I know Christian Bale, who to me is arguably, and Anthony, you've said this on many shows.
I've spoken with Michael Caine many times about Christian, yes.
And you said he was arguably the best Batman, but undeniably the best guy who's ever screamed at people on a set to then follow it up with an Oscar nom.
The best rant man, yes.
The best rant man, not to be confused with Ant-Man or Rain Man. Sean Kemp or Dustin Hoffman. I think there's too many people out there that confuse Sean Kemp and Dustin Hoffman, but look, that's why fitbod.me/about is the place to go to upgrade your workout and your life. 25% off your subscription. But is Javier Bardem, Benedict Cumberbatch, Andrew Garfield, Will Smith, or Denzel going to win Best Actor? I want to know from you, Steve Martin.
Listen, I only host the Oscars. I don't know how these guys win. I mean, every single time they go, you've got a campaign. Hey, vote for me. Look how good I did in this. Look at how great I'm at that. I just play the banjo now. I don't even try to be funny. People tell me all the time, they say, Steve, you're so funny. And I say, listen, I'm not trying to be. I'm just up here playing the blues.
What were you going to say?
Whoever
you are.
Alec Baldwin here.
Holy shit. First of all, Mr. Baldwin, it's an honor. And what are you doing here?
I was just at a Bass Pro Shop down the street.
Oh.
Hey, this is William Baldwin, and it's, I'm his Uber driver.
Baldwin's, we have a car service.
Hey, it's me, Bob Baldwin. Yeah, the lost Baldwin. Good to see you guys. Sorry, guys, that was me, Tony, working out a character.
I think you could be great. We could do twins.
Yeah. Well, I've said this for a long time. And you're Alec, and you are who again? Steven, right?
William.
Billy
Baldwin.
Billy.
Billy Baldwin.
I think
you know my brother Billy. Very, very, very famous Billy Baldwin.
Why hasn't there been a Baldwin to Baldwin
We were on Family Feud. The last time we were all seen together.
That's what I'm saying.
On Family Feud.
We were on Family Feud.
What people don't know is that you guys pretty much just say the same thing when you're together, and you overlap, and sometimes it'll link up, and you'll say the same thing at the same time. And boy, that's synergy. That's like when Fievel looked out the window and sang to his family, and everyone from across the way goes, "Shut up, you dumb mouse." Remember that part?
Absolutely. I remember.
That film.
We saw the film together.
It was great.
At an AMC.
We were holding hands.
We were holding hands the entire time. And our popcorn was sitting, and you found the golden
I found
ticket.
a golden ticket.
And I remember
like
that.
Steve Buscemi.
And he said, wow, we've got to get out of here, but we have to finish this movie.
And the popcorn.
Delicious.
Well, I think that first of all, very jealous you guys have such a camaraderie between the brothers.
The brothers
Yeah,
Baldwin.
We're good brothers.
The brothers Baldwin. Now that's a movie that, look, in the best actress category, you got Jessica Chastain for The Eyes of Tammy Faye, Olivia Colman for The Lost Daughter, Penelope Cruz for Parallel Mothers, Nicole Kidman for Being the Ricardos, and Kristen Stewart for Spencer, which I thought was about a kid I went to elementary school with who pulled his pants all the way down when he took a pee. But it's not. It's about Lady Di.
I didn't see it. It might have been.
I don't watch movies. I just sit at home and text Alec, and I say, what's happening? Who's hot?
And I'm next to him, and I get the alert, and I go, I'll tell you, let's Google it.
And I tell him, turn off your alerts. It's a little annoying hearing it ding all the time.
I apologize. It might be my agent.
He gets a lot of work.
Now, one guy that I know who loves to work and loves to get worked on is Charlie Sheen. And Charlie, you told me that Lady Di was actually an inspiration for you on the set of 2.5 Men. What did you mean by that?
Shit, dude. Let me tell you something. She's followed by the paparazzi constantly.
Right.
Constantly, dude. But you can see she had anger in her eyes. She fucking, she didn't want to fucking murder these motherfuckers. And I was like channeling that shit. I could read into her mind. I was like, fucking, die. She knows what she wants to do. She wants everyone else to fucking die. And so I was like, I got to channel energy. I got to go in there. I got to move. I got to get onto that fucking set. And I was like, I'm going to be Princess Diana. And they said, you can't wear the dress. I said, fuck you. Fine, I'll conform. I'll be a man. I'll be a male. I'll have a penis. I'll have genitals, all that fucking shit. And I did it, and I made a lot of fucking money. But God damn it, if I didn't go to the mirror every day and I say, you're beautiful, you fucking wearing a crown. You're a princess yourself, Charlie. Princess fucking Charlie. That's who I was fucking in the mirror. Fucking yeah.
Have you seen Encanto, Barack Obama?
Absolutely. Actually, a lot of people don't know this about me, but I was one of the original authors of the story.
No way. Joe, did you know that?
Folks, here's the deal.
Barack, when you were a kid, did you want to see cartoons?
First off, I want to say how proud I am of Joe on this podcast. Okay, let me be clear. A lot of times, Joe, he don't know where he is. Michelle knows what I'm talking about in the corner, but
I do.
Michelle,
she's got a cold.
She's got a bad cold. She had COVID, right? You got COVID. What are you doing?
I have it right now.
Well, I have Omicron.
Well, I got the new one.
What is that?
You'll see.
Folks, Anthony Fauci will make a declaration later this week. There's a new Obamacron.
Oh, shit.
And I got to tell you, it's very, very fun. Everybody starts jiving. Are we allowed to say that? We start jiving.
I think once McDonald's...
You start jiving. It's great.
Joe, I don't think you're allowed to say that. but I'll say it. Guys, when you get the Obamacron, trust me, trust Daddy, you're going to jive.
There is something to be said about having two presidents at the same time on a podcast. Now, look, the last time I think we saw that happen was when Michael Douglas and Kevin. Did Kevin Kline play a president? Who else was president in a movie?
He was in Dave.
Bill Pullman.
Bill Pullman.
From Independence Day. Maybe the best movie president. When you guys watch movies and people play presidents.
I played Nixon. You remember that? Anthony Hopkins.
Oh, yeah.
Nixon. Yeah. And I had a great accent, by the way. I'm Nixon. This is how I talk. Nixon sounded like that. Nobody really heard Nixon as well as I did.
Well, no one really heard you sound like Nixon because you didn't.
No, that was very sincere. That was real. I spent about 30 seconds listening to Nixon, and I said, I've got it.
Oh, the Ben Affleck approach.
Oh, yes.
No, I don't think people realize that Richard Nixon was actually a guy from Wales.
Oh, yes. He was from Wales.
No way.
Oh, yes.
Well, see, I don't know.
Infiltrated the American society.
I don't read anything that's not on the back of a Kellogg's cereal box.
I thought you were going to say Fitbar.
Fitbod.
Can I step in here, Tom Hanks for Fitbod? If you want to feel like Woody all the time, it's just solid wood. Fitbod. Promo code?
Fitbod.me/about.
So, Fitco? Fitco?
Shut up, Hanks.
Fitco. Chad Hanks.
Hey, man, this is Bo Bridges.
Hey, man.
Sitting next to my good buddy, Jeff.
Hey,
man.
We're
not, the Baldwin brothers aren't the only brothers.
They're not.
Here,
listen, man. We've been saying that for years, man.
I mean,
come on.
The two Bridges brothers and the Baldwin brothers need to face off, man.
And nobody builds bridges like the Bridges brothers, man.
There should be a ride.
I have to disagree. I believe the Baldwin brothers.
I think the Baldwin. Can we just step in here?
I would love to watch a reality show called Crossing the Bridge, where Bo Bridges crosses a bridge to Jeff Bridges, where then they all have lunch and fight to the death with Steven and Billy and Alec. It's 3-on-2.
I think we should challenge them to a duel.
That would be awesome, man, because then, we could really duke it out and see. But, hey, I got to say, don't use any guns. I'm not cool
No,
with guns.
man, I don't use guns. I never
I'm
use
talking
them.
about the Baldwin
Oh,
boys.
come on, man.
They're a little shaky with the guns,
Jeff,
man.
you've shot guns in a movie before, no?
I had a stunt finger. I didn't do the actual shooting. And a lot of people don't realize that about me. This is true. In my rider, I request that we arm wrestle.
Hey, in my rider, I requested that all my M&Ms be white, but they didn't have any white M&Ms.
Oh,
Crazy,
good
dude.
story, Steve. Wait, Steve.
I don't think you can say that anymore.
Steve, have you and Jeff Bridges worked together? Because I've seen you in movie posters, but I can't quite put my.
We're trying to do a Kickstarter for Big Lebowski too.
Yeah, I'm gonna play the bowling ball.
Oh, that's right, Big Lebowski. Now, Big Lebowski is a movie that I don't think won any awards, but it's like you look at some of these films, like
I count every fan as an award.
Oh man, I like that attitude.
Now,
man.
I would watch a movie called Every Fan about OnlyFans, and it's Jeff Bridges who signs up for OnlyFans, and Steve Buscemi is a young man that lives in like Nebraska.
I could play a young man. That's totally.
And you end up like really supporting this guy's foot page, so much so that you meet in public and you're starstruck and he's creeped out, but you've supported him for the last 5 years financially. So it's this weird tap dance back and forth, yee yay, hoo ha. Do I high five you, hug you, chest bump you, fuck you? Just one of those like, what's going on? Who are you? Where'd you get that? Type of movies. You know what I'm saying?
Sounds like a documentary because that's pretty much what I do. I worship Jeff Bridges' feet.
Oh man,
I love him, dude. I mean, it's the most beautiful thing since since I stare at myself all the time. So anything compared to this face, Jesus Christ.
Have you ever sucked toes?
I will for $1.
That's a very specific price. Now, Ian McKellen, I know you won't suck toes. You say that on your podcast.
I don't suck toes, but I suck many other things.
Christian Bale, what do you think he means by that?
If I'm being honest, probably ring pops.
Oh, my dear boy, but they're just as sweet and just as red and just as wet.
Well, hold on. Is it Tootsie Pops?
No, don't be so coy. You know, I like to wear a little ascot every now and then, a pink ascot.
Don't move the camera off me. Don't fucking do that. You're not being professional, mate. I'm having a conversation with Sir fucking Ian McKellen.
Calm down.
I'm gonna guess. Hold on. You're talking about
It's red, it's juicy, it's dripping.
Cock Pops?
I think you got it right on the head.
You know, the last
How many licks does it take
to get to a well, first of all, I auditioned for the voice of that owl in the Tootsie Pop.
So did I.
We all, well, a lot of people did. We actually have, and I didn't want to, bring this up, but without your consent, I try to not do much without consent these days. Turn on a light, start a bath, but this has got to be one of those things where you go, oh, it's going to be a nice trip down memory lane. So I actually have a whole folder of auditions for the owl Tootsie Pop, the owl in the Tootsie Pop commercial, which I think came out in like 1985. So I'm going to go ahead and play some of these auditions. First of all, we have this is exciting. We have Robert De Niro for the Tootsie Pop owl. Let me just hit play on this.
Hey, how many licks does it get to be to that point where you're just like, come on, it's too many fucking licks. Too many fucking licks. The fuck is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Stop licking the lick. What the fuck?
And this is really exciting. I can't believe I found fucking Adam Driver's owl Tootsie Pop audition. This is great. Here we go.
I don't even like Tootsie or Pop. I like soup. I like good soup, and I don't know. This is I'm done. This is an owl. Hold on. I'm an owl. No. Okay. Goodbye.
And I found Robert Downey Jr.'s here. This is exciting.
So it's how many licks does it take to get to the center? Or are we already in the center? Are we on the outside? Or which side should we get to? Is it where are we, by the way? Are we in a tree? Okay, is it a tree fort or a tree house? Okay, I always get those two confused. It's okay. Well, tell me when you're recording. Is it okay? So, hey, I'm an owl. It's who is. I'm not going to get this, am I?
You know what I love about auditioning is that you never know how it's going to turn out. And McConaughey, you told me once, you go, you gotta do your best and fuck the rest. And I didn't know if you were talking about, you were babysitting for me at the time, so I was a little concerned that my kids are gonna be abandoned. But what did you mean by that?
Listen, man, every experience that I've had is different, and I make it different. I always go in knowing something and not knowing anything. but at the same time, doing something I've already done before, but different. So that way I go in there and it always throws them off, and I usually get the role.
Yeah. Nobody knows what you just fucking said. But Anthony Bourdain, who we have a pre-recorded hologram of him that we're gonna play now. He just sent in a message wishing all the Best Picture noms for the 94th Annual Academy Awards good luck, which of course Belfast, Coda, Don't Look Up, Drive My Car, Dune, King Richard, Licorice Pizza, Nightmare Alley, and The Power of the Dog. And Bourdain, you'll be surprised to know. George Lucas, which movie he loved. Which movie do you think Bourdain loved the most?
Well, I think he really loved. I think the audience should really figure that out because we worked with the hologram companies.
Shut the fuck up.
So press play.
Shut up. Okay, go ahead.
Play. Press play. Oh wait, hold on. Siri, press play.
I'm here, up in heaven. And if you're playing this message, I'm already gone. But like a great meal, I'm in your minds for as long as you can remember. I'm still on the tips of your lips. And maybe even the tip of your tongue. And I want to wish everyone a happy Obamacron. But my pick for Best Picture is Gone with the Wind. 2.
Even windier.
Still windy. Like a cold blast from a freezer as you're opening up to get a drumstick from your childhood. It's got the delicious nuts that you might have found
in a popcorn bucket. Sorry, I like to talk along to the holograms.
And I hope that I'm being joined, even though I can't hear it, by Tony, one of my favorite people to share snacks with and to find a cock in the popcorn. So my golden ticket goes to Gone with the Wind 2. Congratulations. God bless you all. And if you're going to use Fitbody.
Fitbod, God damn it.
We use a lot of AI technology to bring Anthony Bourdain to life. And
thanks for making that, by the way.
The same guy who did the voice of Jar Jar Binks was the stand-in for Anthony Bourdain.
Yeah, well, he did a great job and phenomenal. The what is it? Illuminati of Color and Magic. What is it?
Industrial Light and Magic.
Yeah, you guys really just crushed it. I mean, I've tried to. There's a make your own hologram starter kit you can buy. Christopher Walken actually sold it to me. I still want to fucking get my money back, but you're a friend, Chris.
Listen, here's the thing about money. Once it's gone, it's gone.
Well, you told me that when I invested in your walk-in closet idea. Do you know? Let me tell you something. Morgan Freeman, you might be interested in jumping on board with this because this motherfucker right here pitched me about 3 months ago a walk-in closet where it's basically a closet that when you open it up, it's Christopher Walken trying to suggest and encourage you what to wear.
Wait a minute, seersucker? Unless you're on the way to the Kentucky Derby, take off that seersucker.
Actually, I would appreciate that. I don't like these walk-in closets that are like 20 feet long. Like, I don't want to open a closet and enter, a mine shaft. I just want a closet to tell me what to wear.
Well, that's what this fucking thing does.
I would appreciate that.
I gave him $250 grand.
Wholeheartedly.
Listen, Morgan Freeman, I think, like a GPS, I should be the first voice of the walk-in closet, and then we branch out.
So here, I'll be just to show you how it works, Morgan. I'll be a woman walking in. I'll be one of the extras going to the premiere for the best one of the Best Picture noms, Drive My Car, not to be confused with Fast Car by Tracy Chapman.
Ooh. That's a hit.
So I'll be the girl going to the premiere of that, into the closet. Ready? My name's Stephanie Branches.
Stephanie Branches. Welcome.
I'm about 5'2", 140.
5'2", 140.
And I've got 2 right feet and buck teeth and a knee brace.
I can relate to that.
And a lip sore.
Let's get you to a surgeon.
But wait, Okay, walk-in closet, get me ready for the premiere of Drive My Car.
First off, I can tell by your skin tone you're an autumn. And so, for me, I think this burnt orange is not the way to go because you look like a pumpkin. So I would say the browns match very well with your auburn hair. And on top of that, with the 2 right feet, I think we need to cover that with a long skirt. And what might be easier is to put you on roller skates. Because then people are not like, wow, what's up with that penguin? They're like, woof, is she on wheels?
But if I am a penguin, Morgan, don't you think that would be kind of hot? Because penguins, as you know, are what?
Penguins are constantly murdering themselves.
Wait.
If you see them, they go outside and they just follow each other like stupid fucking lemmings. Then they jump off cliffs or they get eaten by seals. So you're probably going to die.
Is this... Wait a sec. I want a second opinion.
March of the death of the penguin.
You want a second opinion? I lived in an igloo for 16 years. And the truth was I started with 4 penguin roommates. And then one by one.
What were their names?
If you think about it, hold on a second. If you think about it, penguins are little dinosaurs. They're little dinosaurs with fur who've evolved to live in the snow. The snow. He's living with dinosaurs, this guy.
This is taking me back to the first commercial I know you both did. Walken, Goldblum. I don't know if you guys remember this. Maybe you can reenact it because I'm a little starstruck. Speaking of igloos, speaking of penguins, speaking of friends. You guys were in the 3rd ever Klondike Bar commercial. And I don't know if you remember or you can do what it was, but it was great because it was Walken. He was sitting on a bench. And
I was scatting. I was at the piano and walking with his dance moves. It was the perfect duo.
Yeah, do you remember how it went?
Scott diddly doo da da Klondike Bar. If you're hungry, you don't have to go far.
What would you do for a Klondike bar?
I would suck a dick or two, but that's real far.
Klondike.
That was crazy they put that on TV.
It was crazy that they renewed it.
Yeah, it's a lot of residual checks.
I'm still receiving Klondike suck a dick is what it says in the memo line.
Well, it is a good treat. And look, we've all been there where you've had some sort of treat where you go, yikes, I would do just about anything for another one of these. I'm that way with fruit by the foots. You know?
Are we talking about feet again?
Oh, yeah, you can wrap that.
I love feet.
Wrap that 6
Jeff,
feet.
You should put fruit by the foot on your foot.
Oh, man.
Wrap 6 feet of gummy around your toes, Jeff.
Fruit by the
foot.
just
thinking about it.
I'll go to town like I'm the mayor trying to revitalize a broken city.
Oh, I've been there, man. I passed on that script.
Is there a script you wouldn't pay? Would you, out of these movies for Best Picture, Jeff,
Yep.
which would you have said yes to just based off the title?
Me
The
too.
Power of the Dog?
I passed on it, man.
Why?
Well, because, it was being, number one, it was being shot in New Zealand. And number two, man, I'm more of a cat guy.
Yeah, I read that. I read that in a tweet that Steve Martin tweeted about you. He said, this guy loves cats more than dogs hate cats. What'd you mean by that, Steve?
I just said this guy prefers things rough. But when it comes to cats, he's got a cradle to play with. Cat's cradle. Sometimes I've got to explain my jokes, and it doesn't work because I don't respond to my own tweets. And people are like, well, you're saying things out of context, Steve. And I say, I'm not a comedian anymore. I just play the banjo.
Bridges, what is... Jeff Bridges.
Was that Cleveland Brown?
No, that was Kermit the Frog coming in. Hi-ho.
Kermit. Oh,
Hi-ho.
dude. Now, you are someone who is no stranger to the big screen.
Yes.
Now, if you could advise Jeff as his agent to be in Coda, Belfast, or King Richard, which one of those would you tell him to be in?
Well, hold on. Let me go greet him.
Hi-ho. Hi, friendly neighbor. Oh, it's Jeff Bridges.
Hey, man. Hey, Frog. It's your favorite client. We gotta talk, man. I haven't been in an Oscar film in a couple years. There's a ton of these scripts came across my mailbox.
I'm sorry. I meant to send some to you earlier, but Miss Piggy, she's been keeping me at home, and she's been reading a lot of these scripts, so she's not letting me send them out because she gets first dibs.
Kermie, are you talking about me in the other room with Jeff Bridges?
No, sweetheart.
Don't you lie to me!
No, it's Bo. It's Bo Bridges.
You gotta stop running this out of your house, man. What happened to the office?
The pond dried up.
Waka waka waka.
Hey, Gonzo here.
Hey, it's me, Fozzie Bear.
How are you, buddy?
Good. Hey, did you read that Baldwin Bridges Cross the Bridges script?
Read it. Talk to direct.
Emma wants to be in the movie too. Emma loves Bridges.
Ah.
I love textures of puppets. If you think about it, putting your hand into a puppet is the closest thing to re-entering the war the mama's.
Okay, I'm gonna shift gears here. I think. Look, there's a lot of films being nominated, but we're not talking about the people who wrote the films. And I know, Hanks, you have a specific adulation towards the people that write the movies. King Richard, Licorice Pizza, The Worst Person in the World, Don't Look Up, and Belfast are all nominated for original screenplay. Did you know The Worst Person in the World is not about Papa John?
No. What?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Well, who's it about?
Well, that's what we're trying to figure out.
Is it about Chet Hanks?
How's that going, by the way?
Not great.
I saw.
I've had Sunday brunches have not been good at the Hanks residence, the IHOP that we go to.
Not.
Oh,
is
not
there
good.
Is there something as a dad, and Anthony Hopkins? I know as a dad yourself that you always say, be the dad that you wish you had.
Be the father that you wish you were, yes.
And what could Hanks do differently with Chet? Because Chet seems to be going to the beat of his own.
Definitely don't order hefty pancakes, because it'll slow you down. Go for something a little lighter. Try a cottage cheese, perhaps, maybe some fruit. Because when you deliver the news to your son, you don't want to have a heart attack.
Oh, so cottage cheese helps dilute some of the severity of telling your son he can't live at your house anymore.
Or at least it looks like you're a robot from Blade Runner who's dying. Those guts. No, I'm thinking of Alien. Alien, the guts coming out of it. It'll freak the fuck out of your son.
You're talking about Aliens.
And you'll see right then and there if your son truly loves you. Does he love his daddy, the robot? Does he love him?
Now, Christopher Waltz, what is The Worst Person in the World about? Can you describe, please, to Adam Driver what The Worst Person in the World is about? Because Adam Driver, I mean, look, you told me that you didn't do this movie because.
Well, I'm the worst driver in the world. I'll tell you that much.
Very funny. Maybe the joke of the show so far.
Thank you. I'm trying. I'm doing a stand-up comedy movie where I'm going to be playing Richard Pryor.
Holy shit! Now that is a movie I would probably see with my black friends.
I have reservations about that, but I'm willing to take a chance. Go ahead. Try that shit.
Now wait, Christopher Waltz. I know that you said The Worst Person in the World shouldn't be made because of.
Well, I mean, it's already been made. We know that Hitler was the worst person in the world.
Right.
Why would we make another movie unless it was about Putin or somebody?
Right.
But if you're going to be doing somebody that's the worst person in the world, maybe it should be someone that we really like.
Now, George Lucas, I know you tried to direct King Richard, which is about Venus and Serena Williams, his dad.
We used a lot of green screen. We did some test shoots and
Well, yeah, you wanted to actually replace the Williams sisters with
tennis balls. We wanted to have tennis balls hitting tennis balls, and it worked. It worked initially. It looked great, but the thing that we couldn't get were the fabrics. Some of their dresses just didn't look realistic enough.
Right, and yeah. Again, when you laugh, I don't know whether to slap you in the face or just laugh along with you.
Well, as I said earlier, I don't laugh on purpose. It's all.
Now, is it true? You got Obamacron. Is it true that Statham auditioned for the new C-3PO?
Yes, he did. He did C-4PO.
Wow. Can we any pull?
Beep boop beep boop. I mean, you say this beep boop beep boop. Master Luke was a guy that I used to know. My brother did. And who's this guy? this little R2 unit, you know?
You know, I almost played Darth Vader.
Holy
it was
shit.
me and James Earl Jones. So, you know, maybe if I can come as Darth Vader and this motherfucker be C-4PO, I think we got a movie.
Oh, let me set the scene. Ready? I'll give the movie trailer. Here we go.
All right.
In a world where things became larger than life,
I'm Darth Vader, motherfucker.
Darth Vader began a new regime in the sky near space, where space is. But it wasn't all sugar pops and cock rings and pick-up bras and
Get
push-up.
that motherfucking droid.
He was yelling at everybody, including his son, C-4PO.
Oh, that means you say this beep boop beep boop. I appreciate that you gave me life, Dad, but you don't own me.
Where are your rebel friends now?
Well, they're outside, and I'm going to go play with them, and we're going to take over. And with this little R2 unit, it looks like a goddamn trash can over here. Stop throwing your trash at him. That's my friend.
Jason Statham is C-4PO, Morgan Freeman as Darth Vader, and introducing Vince Vaughn as Chewbacca.
Damn, I hate that furry motherfucker.
And introducing Jeff Goldblum and Steve Buscemi as Jabba the Hutt and Jabba the Hutt's assistant.
I'm Jabba the Hutt. I speak English really well now because I am Jabba the Hutt.
I love being your little the guy who talks in the ear. Hi, Jabba, 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 Jabba. I'm gonna Jabba, Jabba in your ear. Someone here to see you. It's Boba Fett. Boba Fett's here.
And Anthony Bourdain as Princess Leia.
Help me, Obi-Wan. You're my only hope. To be the perfect guest at a meal built for two on the frozen planet of Hoth.
You know, when we made this movie, using Anthony Bourdain again was great because we invested so much money in his hologram, and we said this is going to be fantastic. And Disney is happy about that.
After dinner, we're going to enjoy an Airbnb inside a warm tauntaun. Yum, yum, yum on these incredible snow beast delicacies that are only found here at sub-zero temperatures. I invite you all to Parts Unknown Hoth.
I feel like I want to kill you, but after I have a delicious meal.
Luca is also up for Best Animated Feature. And Rafa and the Last Dragon, which sounds like something I rented in high school. Now, I know, Mr. President Joe Biden, you said that you didn't rent. It's funny because Barack says he smoked weed in college, and Joe says he never watched porn until
Folks,
college.
Here's the deal. You know, you focus on studying, and you get into college, and you say, you know, you don't have access to these things kids got access to now. All I had were magazines. You go out in the forest, you find a rock, you turn it over. You hope. You pray. Somebody has, you know, Girly Girls magazine.
Yeah, well, those are my favorite. I wasn't opposed to the men ones. It just was like I came harder from the girl ones.
Definitely. When you get the manly man ones, you know, those are okay.
Sure. Well, it gives you something to shoot for. It goes, man, I want a better body. And FitBod is maybe the place to do that.
Fitbod.com or
.me.
.me.
/about.
/Omicron.
Nope.
Obamacron. Folks, I'm running for re-election.
Promo code Obamacron.
Now, Barack, you have been keeping quite busy since you were in office. And I do want to know, though, before we wrap this up, there's only one movie out of the best pictures you didn't see. And you said there was a reason for that. Nightmare Alley. Why is that?
Well, if I'm being honest,
please.
The state of the world right now is already so much of a nightmare.
Right.
And I like to go to the film for escapism and possibly a golden ticket. And I didn't like the scariness of it. I think we're living in very scary times.
It's too real. It's too real because, like, I'll walk down the street and I'll see a guy holding a machete, right, who's also peeing on a guy who's masturbating.
Is it Paul Hogan?
We live on the same street.
I go, that's not a knife, but he shows me his cock.
Well, in Australia, knife means cock.
it's endearing, like cunt.
Yep.
Yep. Absolutely. Chris Hemsworth. I love his machete.
Now,
you.
one film that's not nominated that should have been was Thor Thor the Ragnarok. Now that movie, boy, do not take a girl you're trying to get down with because she'll immediately just be bummed that you're not that guy.
No, you watch the film and Sir Anthony Hopkins comes on screen.
I got sloppy seconds, I can say that.
All the blood.
I would watch a movie called Sloppy Seconds starring you
With
too.
the two of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, is it a guy who...
It's a remake of Porky's.
It's a guy... or it's a guy who works at a cafeteria.
Sloppy Joes, that's all we serve.
Well, that's the first
And
one.
if you're
The
hungry,
sequel is Sloppy Seconds.
Yes, we'd make Sloppy Joes, Sloppies, and then the sequel. But we'd start with the sequel, and then you'd have to go back and do a prequel.
Hanks, what's your favorite food during craft services?
Oh, probably yogurt.
Statham, what is your favorite time of day?
3:19 a.m.
Nicolas Cage, if you could be any animal in
Oh.
a zoo in the 50s, what would you be?
Superman.
Wait a second. Good answer. Morgan Freeman, same question to you. Any animal in a zoo in the 50s? And follow-up, what animal would you like to be turned into an animal cracker that
Black
we haven't
Panther.
had yet? Wait, which was that for?
Black Panther.
The cracker?
Both. I want a Black Panther.
You want to
'cause
be
I don't
one?
want no white cracker. Catch my drift?
I do not. Let's move on.
Tony, I don't think you could say that.
I want to go real quick down the line before we wrap up this third annual Oscar extravaganza with Danza review, prediction, and talk about movie show. 94th Oscars. Can you believe we made it this far? Christopher, I know you said that the walk-in closet will be accessible to the public if we reach a 95th Oscars.
Listen, guys, I'm throwing it out there. We do one more of these things, boom, it's yours.
Now, Best Picture, once again, I would just want predictions. Belfast, Coda, Don't Look Up, Drive My Car, Dune, King Richard, Licorice Pizza, Nightmare Alley, Power of the Dog. Ian McKellen, who's going to win?
Licorice pizza, because who doesn't like licorice from the bottom of their bowels, dripping wet, hot, steamy licorice?
That's enough.
Lapidary.
Best Director, Kenneth Branagh, Rizuki Hamaguchi, Paul Thomas Anderson, Jane Campion, Steven Spielberg. Seth Rogen, who wins?
You know who wins is anybody who tries my new weed. I'm going to go with Steven Spielberg because there's a movie that he did. Have you ever seen the movie E.T.?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
about the Reese's Pieces, the guy who created Reese's Pieces.
The alien.
The alien made Reese's Pieces?
His finger lights up. It's like, what? I was like, where does he put that finger? But I'm going to go with Spielberg.
Well, Spielberg also did one of my favorite movies with Haley Joel Osment.
Jaws?
AI. Didn't he do that?
He did do AI.
People sleep on that movie.
That movie is unbelievable.
I wouldn't say that, but it's pretty
There's a talking bear.
You're thinking of Paddington.
Well, whoa.
Yeah, there's been a lot of movies.
Is Paddington the sequel to AI?
All right,
actually, it is. We couldn't finish because it was originally a Stanley Kubrick film, and Steven Spielberg said, well, let's do Pinocchio with a robot, and so we did. And when they were making other movies, they said, let's do a sequel. I said, well, Paddington, so we use the same technology. What I'm trying to say is we save a lot of money by using tennis balls in a lot of our films.
George, every time you tell a story, somewhere in the world, a little boy stabs himself in the eye with a spork.
Well, after that, he has a fangasm because it's George Lucas talking, and then he stabs somebody else.
You do have a lot of fans out there.
And fangasms.
What is that?
It's when you have an orgasm and you're a fan.
So just an orgasm?
No, you have to specifically be a fan of Star Wars.
What about people who don't come to Star Wars movies?
If you come to, say, Walking Dead, that's not a fangasm. That's just an orgasm.
Have you coined this phrase?
I have. Anthony Hopkins has been teaching me about copyright.
Yes, I've told him all about the times he could get sued, so he should definitely do that.
Anthony, have you fangasmed to Star Wars?
I have fangasmed to Star Wars many, many times, especially when I see Harrison Ford.
Anthony, Best Actress. Who's going to win? Jessica Chastain for The Eyes of Tammy Faye, Olivia Colman for The Lost Daughter, Penelope Cruz for Parallel Mothers, Nicole Kidman for Being the Ricardos, or Kristen Stewart for Spencer?
I'm going to say Nicole Kidman, because it was actually me in drag. Yes, it was me. I played Nicole Kidman playing Lucille Ball. And let me tell you, I had a ball when I played that role. If you can take a look, you can see I'm wearing silicone pieces on my face, and I very much commit to that role. I did a pretty good job, and yes, I enjoyed kissing Javier Bardem.
Would you rather drink a grape Fanta or a sherry Fanta if it was your last drink before you drifted off into sea?
I would enjoy drinking a grape phantasm. Do you know phantasm? They're sort of like celestial beings, like ghosts.
Like in the Disney show, Fantasmic.
Sure.
Jeff Bridges,
I thought he was going to say a fan of an orgasm.
Oh, yeah, the fangasm.
Fangasm, yes, that would have been a great...
grape fangasm? That's my favorite strain of weed.
And one of my favorite, he was one of the Planeteers.
Yeah, whoa.
Yeah, everyone thinks about earth, wind, water, fire, and
fangasms.
Yeah.
Where did he keep the ring?
Jeff Bridges, I want to know Best Supporting Actor. Out of these nominations, who do you think is going to pull off the upset? Ciaran Hinds for Belfast, Troy Kotsur for Coda, Jesse Plemons for The Power of the Dog, J.K. Simmons for Being the Ricardos, or Cody Smith-McVie for The Power of the Dog?
I'm going to do a write-in right now, and I hope my brother Bo wins.
Hey, man, that'd be great because I loved it. I taught him everything he knows.
You taught me everything I know.
You're also not even nominated,
I
Bo.
just said the write-in.
Oh, you can write in,
I don't know, man.
When I was in
the Baldwin brothers to help us out, man.
I don't know.
That would be. We'd have to do a lot of campaigning.
Is it too late to campaign?
Is
it too late, guys, to campaign? Can we get in there?
Donald Trump, I know we've got Donald Trump from the 80s and Donald Trump from the 2000s here. And I would love to know, fellas, out of these animated feature nominations, Encanto, Flea, Luca, The Mitchell versus the Machines, and Raya and the Last Dragon, Donald from the 80s, who do you think's going to win?
Well, let me just say this, okay? A lot of people are saying that I should have been nominated for Best Animated
I think
film.
you would have done a fabulous job.
We would have done it. Thank you, and I appreciate that. A lot of people are saying it.
All
the people are saying it. Why are you not nominated for Best Animated?
You should be nominated right now.
I said, look at me, orange. I'm like Garfield the cat.
He's a very beautiful orange.
He's beautiful. It's a pussy that I pet, and he hates Mondays.
Love the pussy.
And I hate Mondays. I hate Mondays.
Nobody enjoys it.
By the way, nobody likes Mondays.
Not
Who likes
a single
Mondays?
person enjoys these Mondays.
They're gross. They're like, ugh, wicked Hillary and Mondays. The same thing.
Very
Nasty. Mondays are very nasty.
I love Mondays. It's me, Mike Pence.
Mike Pence, we don't
Was
like
that the name
you.
of your boyfriend?
This is very...
Mondays?
Hey, guys, come on.
Mike Pence, your accent has changed. I think you've been in witness protection for too long.
Let me just say this, Mike, I haven't seen you in a long time.
It's been a minute, guys.
What happened? Believe me. Okay, I don't know how you get in here, okay? Believe me.
You're terrible.
I had a
terrible.
You're
not
terrible
great.
vice president. I don't know what you are.
You're a terrible person.
You look like a walking dildo.
Guys, surprise, it's me, Danza. That was another character I was working on.
This is why you need to be my running mate.
Listen, you're unbelievable, and I'm saying it twice now. You're an incredible, unbelievable,
very
great.
unbelievable guy.
Guys,
unbelievable.
Can I ask one personal question? Who's better in bed, you or Melania?
Me.
Aaron.
I think I heard one of you say Baron.
I said I am barren. I've had a vasectomy, so.
Shooting blanks.
Shooting blanks.
Shooting blanks. By the way, that's not just an Alec Baldwin joke. Okay, believe me, not just an Alec Baldwin joke.
I resent that you're talking about my brother like that.
I resent it too, and I've never left the room.
Finally, original screenplay. Who's gonna win? I want to hear from Tom Hanks, and I want to hear from Steve Martin. Who's gonna win? Original screenplay. Belfast, Don't Look Up, King Richard, Licorice Pizza, The Worst Person in the World. Hanks, who's gonna win?
Well, I'm gonna go with Licorice Pizza.
Why?
I don't know. I didn't see it.
Do you watch any of the movies, Hanks?
Well, I watch the ones that I'm in, And
this is like the first year in a long time you haven't been a part of.
I'm not even sure I'm invited to the ceremony.
Well, you'll be there. You're one of the kings of this town.
I'm an usher. I'm a seat filler at this year.
You should put on one of those fake Mr. Potato Head glasses stash combos.
Oh, hi guys, it's Tim Hanks. Oh,
that's funny.
I'm going.
I am campaigning for Tom to host the Oscars. And I'm also campaigning that my doctor stop prescribing me Quaaludes.
Steve, will you say something for me? Nobody out pizzas the Hut.
Nobody out pizzas the Hut.
Hanks, will you say something for me? I got to remember one of those tampon slogans. Oh,
Just
shit.
keep it in.
Is that what it is? I saw Tampax commercial.
This thing sucks, and it's great.
I don't think that's... All right, well, look, there's a lot more to cover, but we just scratched the surface. That's what she said. I think it's time for you guys to go out there and think for yourselves. You know, the experts have given you opinions. We've weighed in on the hits and what potentially could be the winners and losers of the 94th Academy Awards, which airs on Sunday on one of the television stations. Which, by the way, let's be honest, TV. I can't believe it's still around. You know what I'm saying?
I was saying it from
Lucas.
From
You
the
said from the
very
get-go.
beginning. You know, TV's going to die, as well as a lot of famous people, and that's why we created Holograms.
Okay, trying to end on a high note. Now, Statham, I know that you always said streaming was the future, and you said streaming was the future. And you said that while you were in the future because you are one of 4 people. You, Joe Rogan, Martha Stewart, and the Free Britney kid have all time traveled.
Yeah, I said, you know, if I'm being totally honest, I said streaming was the future. And I'm not going to lie to you. It is. I don't own a TV. I don't watch TV. I never have. I'm beyond it. I have a Neuralink already in my brain.
That sounds expensive.
Oh, it's very expensive. I've had to sign on to do these fucking CP4 jobs that I don't want to do.
How does it go again? What's your...
People...
Say the fucking line. I paid you a lot of money for this. Come on.
You know what? You're right.
Say the fucking line.
If a kid comes... Here, I'll be a kid at the theme park. Holy shit, I can't believe it's Jason Statham.
As C-4PO, the toy that's available now from Hasbro.
Is that George Lucas standing behind him with a megaphone?
Yeah, and he's the one holding my leash.
What's the line? What's the line, you fucking puppet?
Beep boop beep.
Good job.
Beep.
Good job.
Every time I say it, I get paid $1,000.
That doesn't feel like enough.
It's not, because I lose a little bit of my soul at the same fucking time. It's not great. It's not great.
Well,
by the way, I said streaming was the future a long time ago when I was getting pissed on by Russian hookers.
I thought you did the peeing.
Well, there's a lot of tapes out there. Sometimes I'm being beat on. I'm like an R. Kelly situation.
Can we also congratulate Kellyanne Conway for being so fabulous?
So fantastic.
I love Kellyanne Conway.
I love Kellyanne Conway.
She's the Con Air of Conway.
She's the Kelly Clarkson of Kellys.
Well, I heard if they do a Con Air too, Nick Cage, you said that Kellyanne Conway was going to be one of the prisoners that hijacked the plane.
We are doing Con Air too.
Who else is in it?
Oh, it's Mike Lindell.
Hey! Mike Pillow, Mike Lindell here, and I've got to say I've been falsely imprisoned. I've been put inside this airplane for no fucking reason except to protect our freedoms.
It's just me and Mike Lindell.
Sounds like a great film. Guys, I would love to stick around, but I've got a mani-pedi waiting for me at home.
Mani-pedi.
I love the pennies with the... Are we talking about men with pennies?
Mani-pedi. It's where they do your nails on your hands and your feet.
Ooh, so we touch a lot of touchy.
Oh, yeah.
Massage the nails. And can we bite them?
I do bite my nails, Jeff, and that's why I need a mani-pedi. Is I got a lot of nervous habits, and I know Nervous Habits is the name of Anthony Bourdain's restaurant that he opened up in the sky.
And hologram.
George Lucas just had a stroke.
I would say we all have addictions. Some of us are addicted to heroin. Others, a great meal with wonderful friends around a table with joyous memories for years to come. Welcome to my new restaurant, Unhealthy Addictions.
Nervous Habits.
Which is also known as Nervous Habits.
Now, look, there's a lot of things we have still yet to cover, but the point is, watch the Oscars. I hope your movie wins, but if it doesn't, guess what? Who gives a shit? Nothing matters. We're all going to die someday. Make sure you can get to the theater, though, and support live movies. And if you find a golden ticket in a popcorn bucket, keep it to yourself.
And you're a winner.
I'm Tony Danza. Thanks to all my guests. We'll see you next time in the movies. Zoa. Thanks, Rock. Guys, Adam Ray here for the About Last Night podcast. Hope you enjoyed that episode. It was a good one. A lot of laughs, a lot of tears, a lot of stuff to think about and chew on, huh? Because that's what life's all about, chewing on the good stuff. Nobody said that. Maybe Denzel did. Maybe Tom Hanks did. Maybe they said it together in Philadelphia. The point is, click subscribe right here on the ALN logo so you can get more episodes and stay up to date when new content drops. Highlights, animations, clips. It's all here for you, baby. I'll see you next time. Whoop, I don't know how to blink.